I've been making videos for over a year now, but like many other Globe channels, I'm really just preaching to the choir. So the other day I joined Brandon's Discord channel, and I want to thank Brandon for being a gracious host. And when I was there, I showed them a video of a sunset in Singapore and asked them, how does the sun return to the east to rise again in the morning? So I started by showing them this map so they knew that Singapore was just north of the equator, and that they also knew that I currently live in Bangkok, Thailand. So here are some of the highlights of that debate. And what I'm going to do is show you a sunset from Singapore,
Cool.
which is on this screen. So I'm
Lights
going
in
to
the
play
sky
it.
proved what?
Well, we'll get to that, Rob. Let's hear him out, and then
So what
see what
direction
he's trying to
is
do.
the sun taking to the horizon here?
Which direction? It appears to move downwards in our field of view.
Yeah, perpendicular.
That's what it
To the
appears
horizon,
to be
right?
doing. Yeah.
That's what it is doing.
Well, no, that's what it appears to be doing. That's how we experience the world, through vision, perspective, optics. So it appears to be going down. Yeah.
Okay, so the question is, the sun is heading straight down to the horizon. What path does the sun take after sunset?
You don't know it's going straight down.
12 hours later.
Yeah, it appears to go
So right
down.
now-
You've already made an assumption it's going straight down. But if you had like, poles
You
or
saw
something
it.
along the water,
But his
you've got
name is-
nothing
Let me answer
to
an
reference
explanation.
it against.
So I think he was
Hey,
asking me,
that
and I want to
is
offer an
not-
explanation. You guys go ahead.
That is not an assumption. I live here. So there is already some cognitive dissonance going on. So again, how does the sun at nighttime get back to the east to rise again in the morning?
No problem, Paige.
It goes into a gate and then comes out another gate on the other side. There you go.
Now, it's hard to know if she was serious or not, but that was pretty funny.
Are you on the equator and it's an equinox when the sun's going straight down? Fe dogma, dude.
Well, this is actually
No, simple question.
from-
Are you on the equator and is it an equinox?
I am north of the equator.
So the
This
sun's not
video-
going straight down then, dipshit.
Yeah,
Is
it?
he's
Video-
making the assumption that it's going
Is the sun
straight
going
down,
straight
but
down?
You've got no way of knowing that for sure. Like,
No,
there's
we know
nothing
it's
there
not.
to look against the sun. Like,
What the-
We know it's not going straight down.
Watch. What do you mean? Watch it.
Are you on the
But if there
equator?
were,
That's
like,
not even in your
poles or
model.
something-
It's not even going straight down in your model, dude. What
Is going
model? What
straight.
model of Earth are you working with? Are you a
it's
Glover?
not.
Are you a Glover?
Hey,
Yes,
Jeremy,
I am.
calm down,
Absolutely.
buddy.
No, because I'm sick of you guys with your bullshit. You're trying to
Calm
oodle and
down,
noodle us.
Jeremy.
You're
Calm
trying to
down,
oodle and
buddy.
noodle us, bro, on some cheap
Hey.
shit.
Jeremy,
Why
what
do you
is
have to
the
jump in?
bullshit? You just saw the video. The
What
sun
model of Earth
headed
do you
Hang
follow?
on.
Are you a Glover?
straight down
Are you
to
a
the
Glover?
horizon.
A dogma. Are you a
Yes.
Glover?
Yes.
And you think the sun's going straight down, but you're not on the equator during an equinox? You don't know your own model,
I
dude.
am.
You don't know your own model. Get
You
it together
don't
and
know
come
your
back and see
model.
us when you learn the globe model. Come back and see us
How do you know I don't know the globe model?
because you're telling me
It's
the
on
sun
Earth.
goes straight down and you're not on the fucking equinox. You're not on the equator during an equinox.
Dude, you just saw the video of the sun going straight down. Don't tell
It
me
didn't go
what
straight
I
down.
see here.
The sun didn't go straight down. You're fucking delusional.
What about the
You
clouds
just
that go
saw it on
straight
the
down
video.
at the horizon?
Well, he was obviously a true diehard who could not face reality. There's the sun going straight down.
Let me take a shot at it, Jeremy.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something. When a plane flies away from you, when it flies over your head, I assume that you've lived by an airport or been close to one, and you watch it descend directly down, if you're looking at it the same way you are here, and it's moving away from you, and it descends into the horizon, is the plane going straight down?
No,
No, what is it doing?
the plane is heading off in the distance.
Uh-huh. Which makes it appear to do what?
Go straight down. They look like
It would-
straight
What? Let him
down.
answer. Let him answer. It makes it appear to do
Yeah,
what?
let him answer.
It would appear to go down.
Thank
but
you very much.
it
Case
went far-
closed. Exhibit A.
One moment,
Defense
but
rests.
as it went
Anything
farther
else?
away, it would take more and more time for that to go down towards the
It
horizon.
would.
just like
Who
a
says it would take
series
more
of-
time?
Look at a series of streetlights. As they get farther away, they get closer and closer and closer together, right? Even though it's the same distance.
I
wanna tell this guy, if you've ever seen a plane-
lights compared to the distance that you're looking at this.
It would go.
That the sun sets by perspective is one of those flat earth concepts that just boggles my mind. And they always like to use streetlights as an example. So what do we see with this row of streetlights? Well, both the lights and the angular distance between the lights gets smaller with distance. So as I tried to tell Brandon, yes, a jet does appear to descend towards the horizon, but it follows the same pattern as the street light. The jet gets smaller as it gets farther away, and since each of these represents the same distance, the jet appears to go slower as it gets farther away, which means that its descent to the horizon also slows down. And of course, this is why flat earthers are absolutely wrong, because if you watch the sun, it moves along its path at 15 degrees per hour. So in the case of Singapore, that path is perpendicular to the horizon. And in my hometown of Seattle, which is at about 47 degrees latitude north, the sun angle is about 43 degrees to the horizon. But in both cases, this does not match what we see with streetlights. In fact, I pulled out my P900 this morning and I took a sunset time lapse that was 50 minutes long of the sunrise. And 50 minutes works out to be 12.5 degrees. Now the sun path is not perfectly perpendicular to the horizon because Bangkok is about 13 degrees north latitude of the equator, but we are still 9 days away from the equinox, so that sun is rising a little bit south of due east, and there is absolutely no way that this sun path is orbiting parallel above a flat Earth around the North Pole. That is correct, but it still does not answer the question.
It does.
If the flat Earth sun would be in orbit parallel above the Earth, why would I see a sun?
So now you're going to straw man our
No,
model.
he's just retreading. He
Come
disagreed
on,
with
man.
me and then asked me why he would see what he sees. I don't understand what you're doing now.
But he's saying on a flat Earth model, if it's going, if it's if it's parallel to the ground, going around in a circle. Well, we don't actually know that yet, do we? So
Here's how your model would work. There would be the sun
Oh.
orbiting above the equator on the equinox. Here is the
so
sun.
now you've
that
decided
I
what our
observe.
model is.
You live on a flat Earth, don't you? What else?
No,
is there?
I live on a level plane. The Earth isn't flat though.
Would you have to know how the sky works before you start making
Okay,
sky
This
predictions
is
or
a
no?
level plane.
Yeah, but like I said to
So-
you just before, for all we know, the sun goes into a gate, just like it says in Enoch. Goes into a gate on one side and comes out on the other. For all we know.
Before you start making science fiction
Yes,
predictions,
it's
don't you need?
laughable. I agree. But the point I'm trying to make is you have no way of knowing whether that's happening or not.
Flat Earthers who have absolutely no idea how the flat Earth model works.
There's
Like,
I have a
nothing in this
your model.
observation that Effie Dogma's presented which contradicts living on a flat Earth. You have falsified nothing. You'd shown us an observation that I fully would expect and predict on a flat level plane.
And of course, that was another reply that boggles the mind. No matter what we see, it would work on a flat Earth without any explanation at all.
No, you wouldn't, because
Yeah, I
you
would,
claim
actually.
the
You
sun's
would
getting...
expect
No, you wouldn't. No, you
He's
wouldn't,
not
because you're
talking to you,
claiming the
Rumpus.
sun...
Stop talking. He's not
No.
talking to you, Rumpus.
Yes, we would.
I
You can't
would-
tell us what our model is,
would
Rumpus, and
like
what
to
we
make-
would or wouldn't expect.
Yeah,
You
I know
can
you-
another interesting statement, because that's what they do with the globe all of the time. Now, the funny thing is that my 6-year-old step-grandson was able to figure this out, because one day he was playing with a flashlight and he goes, "Grandpa, look, the sun is rising," as he raised the beam up on a wall. So I asked him, "What about sunset?" So we moved the light across the ceiling and down the opposite wall. So of course I asked him, "Where does the sun go at night?" And he thought about this one for a few seconds, and then he ran the light across the floor. This is how easy it is. A 6-year-old can figure it out.